are you guys doing? Shout out to my motivators family. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. As always, I definitely appreciate everybody who supports me and supports this channel. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about all the hurricanes that happened. And I know that it's not just in Florida. I know that it reached to North Carolina, South Carolina, France. It's more than just Florida. So, I wanted to come on quickly and to say this before I do my other live, because I think I'm going to do my other live as well, but after this one is over. But I did want to come on and say what happened recently was unbelievable. If you've never been through a hurricane, you just seeing things on TV, it's awful to see the devastation. I personally did not experience devastation like other people. All I experienced was loss of power and not being able to have Wi-Fi, not being able to have, your stove on and other things. So, that's tough to be able to every day find out how you're going to eat. You literally have to live from day to day because you have nowhere to store your food, besides maybe like an ice chest. But yeah. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much. And it's tough. Everybody's situation is different. I can't say how it is for everybody. I'm just speaking for my own self personally. Here, well, the first one, Ian, was not that devastating to my area of Florida. It was like we lost power for a few hours and then it came back. Then after that, maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks later, it was a week and a half to 2 weeks later, it was what's the next one? Helene. It was Helene that came after. Hi, Adrian. How are you doing? So it was really hard for a lot of people. And I'm not coming on here with any judgments. Thank you, Jacob. I'm not coming on here with any judgments and telling everybody like everybody had the same experience, because some people just lost power, like myself. Other people, they lost everything. One of my coworkers' friends, they lost everything. Their whole home. The windows bashed in, water came in and flooded their house. I know other people, they've lost all their furniture. Which power to the house, electricity. Hi, Elvis. A lot of people lost everything. And and some people lost, like, because trees are like everywhere here in Florida. So trees came into people's homes. It completely destroyed their roof. Yeah. So it's all of those things. Hi, Jan. How are you doing? So it's all of those things that it's kind of frustrating, and I feel really bad for the people that have lost everything. I really do. I feel bad for the people that lost everything. And what is a joke? What is a joke is what people are talking about. Get help from FEMA, from Salvation Army, from all of these agencies. It's not true. Because a person like me who didn't have food to eat, who lost power, didn't have water, didn't have food, we got nothing. There was nothing in our area. For at least 3 days, there was nothing. So when they talk about disaster relief and they help till this day right now, over almost 2 weeks later, I have got nothing. Hi, hello, how are you? Hi, Jan. Yeah, so till this day, I got nothing. So, I just wanted to come on quickly and to say anybody who lost everything, if you lost your home, if you lost your power, some people actually lost their life. They're not really talking about those things. Um, they lost everything. So, my thoughts are with all of those who lost everything. I really, it's devastating, and it's even worse for those people who don't have any family, they don't have any support. And of course, you guys know that it's always going to be worse for the people who have no money, because while the rich, they can rebuild, they can get a new home, they can move, they can do things. But for the people who are low income or were just so, they're really struggling right now. People like myself, struggling to go on, because when a hurricane comes, all the roads shut down, there's flooding, and you can't go to work. So for that, however long the hurricane lasts, you can't work because you can't go anywhere because of flooding and everything. So that was the case for me, because while I didn't lose my home, it affects your pocketbooks. And do you think that there's any relief from there's zero relief from the phone company, from the light company, and you lost all of your food, everything in the fridge, got to throw that out. But with everything, I show appreciation. I show appreciation and gratitude that I'm still alive. And I'm grateful for all of those who lost everything physically, but then they lost everything physically, but materially, I should say. But then, hi, Angela, how are you doing? Hi, Natasha. So, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to come on and ask if there was anybody who lost in the hurricane. Because while I did not lose my home, I lost, I felt like literally. Hi, Buttero Boutique. How are you doing? Welcome. I can say, being 100% honest with you. Hi, Blaze. How are you doing? I want to say thank you so much for that Cash App that you gave me. I really appreciate it. I wanted to say to everybody who has gone through the hurricane, if you were affected in any way, and it's a lie if people say they were not affected, it affects you mentally. I had some moments of thinking wild thoughts, thinking crazy. And I know that if I didn't have support, if I didn't have people that checked on me, email me, text me, I really was thinking some crazy things, because after you can't, after you don't have any electricity, like when you're so hot, it starts to affect you. And I know some people actually went to a hospital. It's me, Hemant. Okay. Hey, Blaze. Blaze says peace and abundance, Marlene, and everyone in the house today. Hope everything is running smoothly. Good to see you streaming again. Yes. Yes, it is a blessing to be here, and I'm grateful for everybody who has made it through the storm, the struggle, because I say this because people take things lightly. People take it lightly, well, I made it, so it's not that bad. Just because something was not bad for you, it doesn't mean it's not bad for other people. Hey, Sirius, how are you doing? Welcome. Yeah, not a problem. I know firsthand how it feels to lose everything and have to start over from scratch. If there's anything you might need, just reach out. Yeah, thank you so much, Blaze. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that sent me messages on my community wall, the ones that emailed me, the ones that sent me messages on Instagram, those who know me personally and reached out to my text messaging me. I'm just starting to get back to messages because so much stuff was happening in my life, trying to get things back to normalcy once again. So it's not that I was ignoring any messages, so I apologize to anybody that I did not reply to your messages. I've just been really busy trying to get back to normal. And what I will say is that when people go through devastation and natural disaster, people truly need to seek some professional help. I know I reached out to my therapist because you see things sometimes. Like, I saw people like hugging each other because their home is completely destroyed. There's people that I saw on the news and they were crying because their house caught on fire because I guess the electricity short fused and whatever, and their house burned down. So just because I made it through, I'm not saying, oh, it wasn't that bad, like some people will say. Oh, it wasn't. People just make things up like it wasn't that bad. If you didn't experience something personally, you cannot tell somebody that it wasn't that bad. I can say for me, my hardest part was the struggle of not having electricity, not being able to have air conditioning. I'm telling you, when you don't have air conditioning and all it is like it feels like you're breathing in fire. And I don't know, like it started to make me feel like I was losing my mind, like I was getting crazy. It doesn't matter how much ice water you drink, it doesn't matter how much fans you have, you want some cold air. So I have a whole new appreciation for air conditioning that I didn't have before, because while we have lost power, but it would be like 1 or 2 days and it would come back on. This time, this one brought me to tears because 7 days, think about it, guys, 7 days, no power. It's inhumane. And the electric companies aren't saying anything, and it's a lot of things going on that I'm getting to the bottom of it. But we know that certain people who have more of this, their power came on way faster than ours. It's always a lot of things that is that goes on. Yes, a lot of folks take their life for granted. Yeah, we shouldn't. Don't ever take your life for granted. Don't take the people that you love for granted, and don't think that everything is going to be okay. There are actually people who lost their lives because they didn't take it seriously. Oh, nothing ever comes to my area. And when they got the evacuation notice, they did not leave. And we actually saw some people on the news that they didn't make it because the flooding, they lived in a flood zone. They refused to evacuate. They didn't want to leave their home and their things. And the flood took them out. So it's very unfortunate. And why I wanted to come on and to talk about this is because it's important to listen to those emergency messages, like to save your life and not just think about things. And I believe that a lot of people, and I'm not just saying in the United States, I mean worldwide, this is a worldwide message. When we get messages that we need to evacuate or leave or something, it is, do we stick around? Do we listen? Or do we do what we want to do? That's something that I had to think about too, because in the beginning I was like, I'm not going anywhere. But it didn't get to a space where they said that we had to evacuate. But I got myself prepared and ready for that. Oh, it's okay, Sirius. I'm not, you don't have to feel sorry for me and what I've gone through, because what I went through is nothing in comparison to some people. Yeah. Some people lost people in this hurricane from many means, because some people can't, when their power went out, think about the people who have breathing machines. If there's no power, guess what happens? They can't breathe. Some people went to the hospital with heat exhaustion, and they didn't make it. Some people from flooding. Some people lost their pets. It's a lot of things, and then not even to talk about, like, literally now having to deal with the insurance company, and insurance companies play so many games, not wanting to pay out when they don't want to pay out because they say that it's an act of God. So what were you paying for insurance on your home for if everything is an act of God? They say they don't protect against acts of God. Butterroll says, yes, thank God you made it through. Yes, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support. Hi, James. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Sirius. Be safe. Yeah, I wasn't going to be on here for too long. I just wanted to come on for like 10 minutes and talk about what I went through. And there are some things that are still unresolved because insurance companies, because of scams from FEMA. They said that you're supposed to get a certain amount, every single person who lost power. And then when you call in, it's a whole nother thing. And they said, maybe you may get it or you may get denied. So sometimes people who have no idea what it's like to go through a hurricane, and they say things like, why don't you reach out to the agencies like Salvation Army and FEMA? Guess what? We do reach out, and then they either deny you, or how are you going to reach out if you don't have power? It's like sometimes people can be so insensitive and don't think about other people. How are you supposed to call these agencies? How are you supposed to get help and support when you have no power? It's ridiculous. And they only give you 30 days to be able to file for those things. And even the people who have tried to file, the waiting list is so long that it goes past the 30 days and they get nothing. So that's what I'm going through right now, dealing with the insurance companies and trying to get my just due from FEMA, and trying to help people in my neighborhood that are doing way worse than me. Some people have lost everything. I didn't get anything, Carol. They denied me. They denied me for everything. They said I don't qualify. So I don't understand how I don't qualify. And I suffered for 7 days. They say I don't qualify. So, and then the insurance company is playing games too. So it's yeah. But I'm so glad to see everybody. And I just wanted you all to know I'm here, I'm back, and I'm just about to end this live. And yeah, I get no government assistance, because they said that you were supposed to get $750 for if you lost power for more than 24 hours. Then you were supposed to get $1,200 for something else, and both of them I was denied. So, and then the insurance company says I don't get anything because they said a hurricane is an act of God, so I don't qualify. So I cancel my insurance policy. What is the point of having insurance that when you need the insurance, they don't help you? Yeah. Oh no, everything in my fridge spoiled after 2 days. So I lost, I can't even tell you, because I don't want to be the person to be a complainer, but it has been a lot. I just don't understand how some people receive and other people who really need it don't receive anything. I'm trying to piece that together, but with everything I have life, and with everything I have, I still have the people that I love the most, and that's what's important. So I'm about to end this one, and I'm going to come back and do another stream that's a little bit more positive, but I wanted to give you some hurricane updates, and I wanted to say to anybody who has survived the hurricane, all three of them, Ian, Helene, and Milton, my thoughts are with you, my prayers are with you, and I hope you reach out for some support. Don't think that you don't need to talk about what you went through, especially if you saw some devastation, if you saw some loss, you were hospitalized, you went through something. You need to talk about it, because keeping things like that inside is not good for us. We don't always have to feel like, oh, because I didn't lose anything, I'm not affected. We all are affected when we go through things like that. So I just wanted to say that, take care of you. Just like yesterday, I had a horrible headache, and I was going to try to force myself to do the live, which I'm going to do in a few minutes. But I wanted to show you all, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And while I'm here for you guys, I'm here to encourage you and support you, but I also have to lead by example. If I'm not doing okay, I can't give you positive, because I don't want to come on here like sulking or looking like I want something like that. No, because I don't. Hey, Eastad, how are you doing? I don't want any negativity. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me or anything like that. I'm just speaking because a part of being a motivator is telling it all. That sometimes you have the good times and sometimes you have the bad times, but you have to make a choice to elevate your mind. And when you don't feel positive, you have to reach out for, a counselor, a therapist, a friend, spiritual support. You have to reach out and get what you need. And also, don't be afraid to ask for things if you need help, because some people are starting all over again. And you're in my thoughts, everybody. So thank you guys so much for your support. I'm going to end this, and I'm going to come back with the next live stream in just a minute. See you guys in a little bit. Thank you guys for your support. And I wish all of you the best that has had to endure anything with this hurricane. See you guys in a few minutes.